stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Blue ready. 33. Let's go. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Kill, kill, kill. Check 99. Check 99. Hatchet, hatchet. Switch, switch, switch. Kill, 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 kill. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Deuce. Green, triple team. Let's go. 33. Let me go.
Play action now. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Jameis now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check flag 33. Check flag 33.
Winston now. This is caught by Robinson. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Jameis to throw it. That's complete to his running back, Grant. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And down inside the 15 he goes. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
They'll throw again. Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant. 54. Come on.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. 54. Go. Yes. Right there. 54, right there. Bravo.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Right there.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Check. Block 54. You're mine.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Wide open receiver complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route team type of work here today? These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
He's crashing.
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Bang, 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 bang. 30. Check 31. Check 26, check 26.
7-7.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Hey, ready. Flag. What is that? Check, 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 check. Check, check. Fresno. Hey, stop. Ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 4. Check 30. Flag check 33. 33. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
First down, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Easy. Banjo.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston, he'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Steelers.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Gotta do better.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 50-yard line.
Got it. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Hey, Alpha. Let's go, let's go. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll give it to Mixon, and that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Here's Connor. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Mike check 33. 33. And we got to get to the ball.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7 from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on now, let's go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Winston now to throw on first down. He sets to fire deep, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Follow.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert.
They'll go with Jones.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Switch, switch, switch. Back, back, back. Watch twist. Watch twist. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Shift, 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 shift.
Here's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he finds Howard complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
25, check 25, check 25.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Bucs forced to use as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
5 on the 50, 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50. Easy, easy, easy. 33. Crunch time, defense. Mike check 33, 33. Let's go, defense. Triple T. Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Here's Winston. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin as the first half is winding down as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand-new ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
3 bucks, 3 bucks. Wide, get wide. Switch it, come on, switch it.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Pittsburgh.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Defense.
They'll try the left side. Nickerson, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, watch that. Watch that. Check black 50. Hey, high 7. Go. Bring it. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Let's go.
2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Right there. Hey, box drop. Box drop. Coming.
They're going to look to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Crunch. Okay. Spell. Rush. Let's go now. Rush in. Hey, 5-0. 5-0.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And Robinson with a big catch. Well, that'll get them to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Winston now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And Winston lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The first and very long. Running right, Jones. Oh, good move. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Okay, just like that. Easy.
3rd and long for Winston. Robinson's got it. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Here's Bradley Pena now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Steeler 1st down.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Back to Mixon on 1st down. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And the Bucs with an extra defender.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
They'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they've got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And the Steelers first down.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 30.
He drives 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Jameis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. He finds Robinson. And he's got this down to the 35. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, switch gears. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 3.
Here's Grant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Watch the pass. Mike check.
Jameis now on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 24-yard touchdown as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Push him back. Push him back.
They'll drop the throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Check.
Couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Corey Grant, his second touchdown on the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 44 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He's He's back to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Ready? Hey, Haywood.
Back to throw into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
And the blitz does come. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Go now. 18 Gator, X3, 218, chopper. Right there, 54, right? Quavo. 54, Mike. Here we go, DK.
He'll drop to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Set 90 Wolf. Right 54. Hey, Charlie. Get that ball. Get that ball. Mike 5-4. Mike 5.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. On EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. Room here to run. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they...